Kia ora team, back to try again. I didn't realise I had my mic turned off, so I'll redo this video. Now, welcome back to Big Boys Boxing anyway. I'm Jono, your host, and let's get into it. The bearer of a bit of bad news today, and this was brought to my attention by the brother Mala2243 while I was on a stream yesterday, so I had to do a bit more looking into it, and I've discovered the full story of it. So Murphy, one of Joe's entourage, who also runs the Parker Box YouTube channel, does a lot of videography work for Joe, unpaid, because he's family. He is married, his brother is married to Joe's sister, Elizabeth. Right, so we'll get into this story. It's a little bit lengthy, so bear with me. But we want to make sure we get all the details right. So here is the story here. I've also left a link to it in the description, so you can read it, come to your own conclusions. But I will interject at times throughout this article, so check it out.
Boxer Joseph Parker's confidant removed, banned from U.S. A key member of Kiwi boxer Joseph Parker's entourage has been banned from the U.S. for 5 years after being refused entry at Los Angeles. Parker and his manager, David Higgins, are both demanding explanations for the treatment of Sione Mafi Fuavao, who is related to Parker by marriage. Fuavao was held for 23 hours in a communal cell at the airport last month with no meals, opportunity to sleep, or chance to consult a lawyer or contact family before being turned around. PHOTOSPORT. New Zealand heavyweight boxer Joseph Park says he wants to understand why his close friend has been barred from the U.S. He says a videotaped confession that he would work illegally while in the U.S. is untrue and was coerced from him after over 4 hours of interviews. Read more, The Better Men, the inside story of Joseph Parker's earnest defeat. Parker to fight Shondell Winters. Joseph Parker's 5 best fights, a recipe for boxing glory. Fuavao, 37, a Tongan citizen and New Zealand permanent resident, is Parker's videographer, runs his YouTube channel, and sometimes acts as security, including wading in to protect Parker when at pre-fight press conference with British boxer Hughie Fury turned fiery. Advertisement. Advertise with stuff.
Blah,
Team
blah.
Parker. Kiwi heavyweight Joseph Parker looks slick in training as he prepares for a big year.
Back into it.
He's among a close group who walk to the ring with Parker at every fight. Fuavao quit his job to become the full-time caregiver for his 21-year-old brother Samson, who has cerebral palsy, and describes attending Parker's fights as his escape from everyday life. He was flying to the U.S. for an extended 5-month stay, in part to include Parker's the 29th of February fight against Shondell Winters in Frisco, Texas, when he was detained by border officials. He had secured a B1, B2 visitor visa with a 10-year limit, after an interview at the U.S. consulate in Auckland. He also visited the U.S. twice last year without issue. Lawrence Smith, Stuff. Fuavao is the main caregiver for his 21-year-old brother Samson, who has cerebral palsy. Fuavao intended to stay with an aunt in California, and also spend time with a new American-based girlfriend. She and his family were both waiting for him at the airport. The first couple of hours I was shocked and confused, he said of his detention. Then as it went on, it was more scary, surrounded by all these people I didn't know, and when I knew I was close to getting deported, I was actually looking forward to coming back and seeing familiar faces again. At first, he says, he was being asked about his frequency of visits and why he was there. They asked the same things over and over. Getty Images. Duco Box.
So they asked him the same questions for 4 hours, kept getting the same answers, but they weren't satisfied with it. He was there on a B1, B2 visa, which doesn't allow work, paid work. And he's made it quite clear that he wasn't getting paid. So why did they just keep on and keep on? Let's continue.
Getty Images. Duco boss David Higgins says the decision is outrageous. Eventually, the official, Bassem Sarab, said his concerns were about whether Fuavao had the funds to support his stay. He was saying if I could show him proof I was getting money in America, it would affirm to him that he could let me stay. Fuavao says he was asked if his aunt would support him, and he said she would, and he would reciprocate by babysitting his nephews.
So he said some of the right stuff there. Wasn't getting paid, but he was going to be supported. Okay, so let's continue.
Fuavao says he was asked if his aunt would support him, and he said she would, and he would reciprocate by babysitting his nephews.
Right.
He says this got turned into paid work at a child care center.
How? How does that just get changed? That's nothing like what he said, and I'll guarantee you that's not on the video evidence that they've got. So let's continue.
He says this got turned into paid work at a child care center.
Bullshit.
In a videotaped confession, he also said Parker would pay him $3,000 for his videography work, but says at that stage, he just wanted to go home and agreed with whatever was suggested to him.
So after 23 hours of being detained with no food, not allowed to talk to a lawyer, and then an additional 4 hours of getting asked the same questions, most human beings would get pissed off and just say, okay, Joe's going to give me $3,000. There's the money that I need to stay here. But he didn't think about that, okay, that's paid work and you're not on a paid visa. So he said the wrong things there, but I'm going to show you some evidence after we finish this article. Let's continue.
He just wanted to go home and agreed with whatever was suggested to him. Both he and Parker have both confirmed he has never been paid for his video work.
Never.
Parker pays for his flights and accommodation as a gift.
And that's his reward from his day-to-day life of caregiving for his brother who has cerebral palsy. Most of the clips that you see of Joe training that he posts on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter come from Murphy taking them, but he doesn't get paid for it whatsoever. He's helping his brother-in-law out with some publicity, the videography side of it, and his reward is he gets to go to the fights. Joe pays for his flights and accommodation, and he helps with security as well, like the article said. Let's continue.
Lawrence Smith, Stuff. Sione Mafi Fuavao has videotaped the training and preparation for Parker's last 14 fights.
No.
Fuavao's documents say he was banned because he had admitted returning to the US to resume work as a YouTuber, social media influencer.
Okay, we'll just have a quick look now. Look, over here. This is the Parker Box channel that Murphy runs, right? Let's go to videos. Videos, right? When was the last video posted? It's titled Joseph Parker versus Alexander Flores weigh-in. That's in December of 2017. 2018, sorry. So it's over a year ago. And up until then, since the Dillian White loss, there was only intermittent posts here. But regardless, he doesn't get paid. This is Joseph's YouTube channel. And you know, I was in touch with Murphy when I had the Kiwi Box channel trying to get an interview with Joe. I wasn't happy with, apparently there's a fee you have to pay if you want an interview with Joe. And we had a bit of a squabble about it. But we sorted it out. And since then, I've met Murphy. I met Murphy at, I think this video here is at the Rec Room in Central Auckland. And that was the open workout prior to the Alexander Flores fight. I was there, I met Murphy along with a few other YouTubers. Josh from Glad Rap was another one that I met. But he's a nice guy. He's a straight up bloke, you know. He was asking how I was and how my family was and shit. He's a nice dude. He's not a criminal. He's not a rich man, and the US Customs were focused on his bank account and trying to force him to say he was working in America. He's been entrapped. It's entrapment. Let's continue a bit more.
Parker said, the fights are his escape and his reward and something he looks forward to. There's the possibility we will have 3 fights over here this year, and he will miss all of them. Fuavao's brother is married to Parker's sister, Elizabeth. More from Steve Kilgallen, national correspondent. steve.kilgallen@stuff.co.nz. He's a very close part of the team. He knows exactly what's going on. He's always there when I need him. He's a very good friend. I consider him one of my brothers. I am just curious as to what's going on. I feel sad for him, and we just want to see why it has happened, and what the reason is for it, Parker said. Higgins, Parker's manager, described Fuavao as the type of character who would take a bullet for you, honest, loyal, and utterly selfless, hard-working guy. He doesn't deserve to be treated like this. I think any right-thinking, fair-minded person would agree it is an outrage, a disgrace. It is guilty until proven innocent, Higgins added. He's been treated like a criminal without any charge or trial. Fuavao has arranged an interview with the U.S. consulate later this month to appeal the decision, but is pessimistic about overturning the ban.
I think if he consults a lawyer, he's got a good lawyer, he should be able to take a lawyer with him to this hearing. It should be able to be cleared up, and he should be allowed into the States. Because he's not over there to get paid. And I want to publicize this as much as possible, because US Customs has made a big fucking mistake here. A huge mistake. I'm wondering if it's got anything to do with Joe's fighting a US citizen next fight. But we'll continue a bit more.
U.S. Embassy spokeswoman Janine Burns said despite Fuavao providing a privacy waiver to discuss his case, they would not comment.
Why is that? Murphy's given permission to publicize it, but they still don't want to because they know they've fucked up here. They have fucked this up. They've done this dude wrong. I hope Murphy wins this case, and I hope he tries to sue them for reparation. Because he's probably going to miss the Shondell Winters fight, even if his appeal was successful. It's fucking bullshit.
U.S. Embassy spokeswoman Janine Burns said despite Fuavao providing a privacy waiver to discuss his case, they would not comment. She said a visa did not guarantee U.S. entry, and Customs and Border Protection officials had the authority to deny entry. The Department of Homeland Security ran a traveler redress inquiry program which allows people who have been denied or delayed entry into the U.S. to file an inquiry to seek redress. Another route was to schedule an appointment at a U.S. consulate and be interviewed by a consular official. Each set of circumstances is assessed on its merits, and we don't pre-adjudicate cases. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security did not respond to requests for comment.
Okay, so that's the article in its entirety. Poor Murphy. I feel for the dude, man. Like I say, I've met him. He seems like a really nice guy. He's not a criminal. He's not a rich man. He gets a break from being a full-time caregiver for a special needs brother. His reward every now and then is going to Joe's fights, helping with security, and taking a few videos which he does not get paid for. This is sacrilege, and I want to publicize the shit out of this, and I suggest everybody make your way over to the Parker Box channel and drop a couple of comments of support for Murphy. He's been done wrong here. Anybody who knows anything about US Customs and could help with any information, maybe send them an email. If you go into the About tab on the Parker Box channel, there is an email there, I think, for contact. So spread the word around about this, what US Customs have done to Murphy, the brother-in-law of Joseph Parker, who doesn't work for money, who's a good guy, who looks after his special needs brother. This is sad. Extremely sad, in my opinion. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll get some conversation going about it. But like I say, get your way over to Parker Box and drop some messages of support for Murphy. Let's hope he can make it to the Shondell Winters fight, and we'll see what happens. So if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, but also while I'm here, I suggest you shoot over to the Big Boys Boxing YouTube Discord page. I'm just trying to get it up on, there we go, it's up, the Discord server. The invite I'll show you before I leave is over on the channel banner, but we have a few places to talk boxing here. This general chat text channel, we just talk anything about boxing here. There's also this live fight links. If there's a fight coming up, I will drop a link here if I have one, the day of the fight or the day before. Anybody else who has fight links can come and drop them here. I can't drop that sort of thing on YouTube or I get in trouble, so this is the place to do it. Also, I run my live streams through here. If you're a member of the server, when I'm live with the panel open, you can come in here, and if you want to get on live, you just click on this live panel voice channel and blink, you're in, talking away. If you want to mute because you're doing something else while you're not talking, you can mute down here. And if you want to get out of the channel, you just click here and you're out again. So the easiest way to get here is to go to the Big Boys Boxing channel, like so. Hey, that didn't work. Typed it in wrong. There we go. Big Boys Boxing. Click on the channel, and the invite to the server is right here on the channel banner. This little Discord icon here, you click on that, takes you straight to the server, and you become a member. Easy as that. So like I say, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, tell your mates as well, because I've only got 102 subscribers I need left to get to the 1,000 that I need. To have a bit more motivation, I'll get a little bit more back. Also, there is a donation link in the description. If you feel like showing a little support, feel free to hit that straight into PayPal, and it's all done. So that's it from me today. I'm Jono from Big Boys Boxing. I will catch you in the next one. So